Hi. Today is a Sunday, 5 o'clock, almost 6, and I'm going to the art studio right now. Because where's the moon? Here's the moon. Um, Going to the art studio because Tato wants me to help him with his project, which I had been helping him throughout. So yeah, let's get going. I'm late. I'm late. My goodness. The beauty of creation. Dear Diary. So, on today's episode, we have the behind the scenes of Daily Bread. Daily Bread being my friend's artwork that I have had the honor of working on with him and helping him with, basically. And so, so if you guys follow me on my socials, basically Instagram, you would see that there's this specific artwork that I've been posting at like random times, and there's also just it's just an artwork that I've been talking about for a while, and so that's the artwork that I will be discussing, and basically the artwork that we were working on in this vlog. So the work is called Daily Bread, and it's by Tato Mutobi. Follow him on Instagram at Tato Mutobi Fine Art. So basically, my friend is a fine artist, and on a random day last semester, we were walking from class, and so he was like telling me about a project that he's trying to like create. It's just like a draft that he had in his head, that he wants to execute for his exam project, right? So cool. And so we talk about it, and then he tells me that he's trying to create at that time he didn't really tell me what the medium is necessarily, but then he said he wants to create a work that speaks on the like a person, right? Basically a woman who is struggling between choosing Christianity or ancestry. And in that moment I was like, oh, so like you're talking about me. Because I felt like in that moment I truly was battling between defining what religion is defining what spirituality is, having to like combine the two, and what does that mean to me, and how do I navigate all of that, and all those things. So I was like, oh, so you're talking about me, but I was just joking, guys. I'm joking. And so basically that's what the premise of this whole work is. It's about a woman who is stuck between Christianity and ancestry. And so because he knows that sense. I believe in ancestry, he believed that I would be the best candidate to basically talk about ancestry, because I know more about it than he would. And so he would cover the Christian aspect of it because he's Christian, and then I would cover the ancestry part of it because I am ATR, right? Cool. So then I was like, okay, no, I don't have a problem with it. And the reason why I was so okay with actually working on this project with him, or helping him with it, is that how can I put it? I felt like this is something that really aligns with me, and as much as he is my friend and it doesn't matter what we're doing, I would help him regardless. But I just really feel like if it's something of this magnitude, if it's something that has to do with just stuff that I have to put my name on, and have to not really put my name on, but like just having to like put in detail the things, like work on basically, it would really require it requires me to align with it, essentially, and in this moment I felt like I really do align with the narrative of his work. And I think not only is it just this artwork, but there's just a series of artworks that he has created that I really do align with. And so I know the type of artist that he is, I know it's the work that he creates, and I know what he's trying to achieve at the end of the day. And so because of all those aspects, I'm really like okay with creating such and helping him with his work. And so yeah, I was like, okay. He said he will send me a series of questions, and I said, okay, cool. I will answer them as like good as I can, as thorough as I can. And so he sent me the questions a while after, like a few days after. And there were a couple of questions. They weren't as a lot like that, but they were like, they were questions. What can I say? And then so before actually writing and like responding to these questions, I actually had to sit down with it and pray, because I felt a huge weight on my shoulders, particularly with this project. And this weight being that this is not necessarily just me speaking from my perspective and just me speaking about my life, This is me talking about something that is greater than I am. This is me talking about something that is of a huge magnitude, and something that has experienced a lot of misconception and just destruction within the misconception. So much that there's a lot of people who just don't understand it, and understand the gravity and the beauty of spirituality and ancestry. And so I just felt the weight of this whole work, because I was like, okay, so the pressure is to represent the people that I work with in the best light and in the best way that I can possibly do and be. And man, just saying all the things that I need to say, that I know that they align with them, and that is as true as possible, and that kind of debunks a lot of the things that people already know, and just trying to clear the air about it, and just showing how beautiful they are and how great they are, and not necessarily trying to like fight one over the other, or like whatever challenge type thing it is. It's just really just trying to show that Badimu are really just like, oh my goodness, it's just wow. So okay, basically that's that, right? And so so I prayed about it for a bit, and I was like, okay, may everything that I write align with who they are, what they are, everything that they are, and may it just be literally everything, And so I then started writing, and I wrote, okay. That document was long, but at the same time I didn't mind. I honestly did not mind. If there's one thing that I don't mind writing about is spirituality. Alongside spirituality is art, society, people, everything that has to do with people and life. All those things are just things that I really love writing about, as well as like a lot of controversial things. I could write about things that will put other people on the edge. Oh my goodness, I love it down. But so basically that's that. And so I started writing, and I wrote, and then I sent it to him, and so he was like, nah, cool, thank you. And so that was the last that I heard of this. Not really the last, that's lies, but that was my last contribution to it. until a few weeks where I went to an exhibition which I showed in the previous vlog. If you guys watched that, I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. Thank you. So basically in the last vlog where there was an exhibition that I attended, Tato was there as well, and he was exhibiting some of his works that I've been in as well, but just as a model and not necessarily like putting my intellectual property in. Basically. And so it was really so basically that's what the exhibition that was happening. And so while that was happening, we ended up talking more about this project, and he was basically asking about the setting because he wants to take a series of photos for this project. So he's asking, okay, what would this type of setting look like, and what would you need, and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, now cool. So I was basically explaining things to him and all of that, and so I think after that was basically the last that I heard about this project. And but I just knew that it was in the works, and I didn't really want to be like too much in it because it is his work at the end of the day. So and then came exam season, and I wrote my exams, finished writing my exams, and the week that I was about to go home, Tato contacts me. So basically when this whole thing happened. So on the Sunday I came back from church. That's I'm just the way that I'm dressed. I'm literally from church. Well, church ended like a while ago, but I just had the whole outfit from church. Okay, guys. So basically came back from church, and then I was like just having lunch with my roommates, and we're just having a good time. And then Tato texts me, and he's like, oh hey, so remember the project we're working on? I said yeah. And then he's like, okay, I kind of need help with that, and the deadline is kind of coming closer, and I really need time. I really need someone to help me with it, so can you possibly help me? And I said, okay, cool. What time? He said at 5 o'clock. I said, okay, I'll be there. So so basically that was that. Went to the art studio. We met at the studio, and so essentially this work is a print, right? I don't know much about the terminologies, and I mean that's crazy because I'm an art student, but hear me out, guys. I study the art, but not like that, guys, please. So I don't know much of like the terminologies, like is it a lithograph or like a wada or I just know that it's a print. Okay, so it's a print that basically looks like a newspaper cover. That's and the title of the newspaper is basically Daily Bread, and having to think about daily bread as like in the like Christian sense, in Our Father, the prayer. It plays onto the whole narrative of religion, spirituality, and all of those things. And I was like, oh, you genius, you genius. So Daily Bread. And so basically in the corners of the print there are pictures. There are pictures there, and then on the sides there's written, and the headline as well. The parts that are written on the sides and stuff like that are pieces that I wrote from the document that I had sent him. And then in the middle I think he etched a I don't know what to call it. Guys, I'm so sorry, but he I don't think it's a sketch. It's not a sketch. I think he etched it, but there's an image in the middle. So basically right now we're working on the front cover of it, and not he is gonna add the like picture in the middle a bit later. We're just trying to get the whole thing sorted. So firstly we went in with the red paint, and then we went in with the black paint, and it is so insane to work on this project with him, really, because first of all I don't get to like be in the studio as much, so I'm still like shocked every time that I get to be in the studio, because I'm like, what, like, I don't know, I think in my head I always feel like the place where art is created should look as beautiful as art is. And I'm not saying that the studio is not beautiful, no, don't get me wrong, I just feel like it's a bit chaotic, and they just things that you don't understand what they're doing there and what their purpose is, and like just stuff like that. And I think, I guess at the end it kind of plays onto the idea that not everything that is beautiful like comes from like such a place, you know, like, yeah. So basically, yeah, it fascinates me all the time that a place of this nature, a place so chaotic, can produce art that is so beautiful. And I mean, it's always, I always feel this way, really, because I'm always in the front end of art. At I'm always experiencing art as a finishing product, and not necessarily the back end and it being created. And I mean, as much as I am a creative in my, like, as well, as much as I am a creative, um but I'm not like deep like this, guys. This is another level, okay? um so yeah, as much as I am, it's still like fascinates me to see like a place where people who professionally do it, like they do it like, yeah, like this is crazy. But yeah, so being exposed to the equipment and seeing how things work, and what you need for what, and the techniques that you need to do, and I'm like, oh my goodness, wow, you know, like I'm just learning a lot of things, and I feel so grateful to be in the space, and to be able to learn all these things from him, as well as watch him in his element, you know. Because as much as I know that right now it's a very stressful time, this project being his exam project, and knowing that there's no time, and so just I keep seeing him fidget, and like being like, you know, he's trying to make sure that everything is perfect, and I mean that's totally fine, but it's such a different. It's weird to see my friend in that light, because he's always so like chilled and laid back outside of the studio. So I love seeing this side of him, and it's really really great. I love seeing artists create art. um and yeah, so um creating is, it takes a lot. I don't know how many times we had to go over this whole thing. We use so many papers and thingies. I don't even know what they're called, guys, I'm sorry. But they're like boardish things. They're not like a board, but like they're like a board. I don't know what it's called. I'll skim what the terminology is for all these things. But yeah, um yeah, like it's really, we went through this like a lot. And then so basically he would do the first four, I believe, and just to see if the paint is coming through properly, and if he's like pressing it properly, girl, yeah. And then I would do the last one, and I mean, I didn't think he would like allow me to do it, but then he was like, do it. So yeah, so basically I did the last cycle of each, and yeah, and then we kind of went over time, but it was really an experience, something that I really do cherish, and something that I hold to my heart really much, a lot. Hi. Yeah, it's something that I really do hold to my heart, especially because it's art, and because, oh my word, Sorry. I mean, this is art after all. I love art, and having to combine the two, not really the two things, but just the things that I love, that being art and spirituality, and actually being able to deconstruct all the things that I keep hearing from people that I know that they're just so false, and having to paint spirituality in a better light. All of this just fulfills me in the best way possible, and I just feel really honored to be able to help him on this project. And yeah, I really know that it's going to be a success beyond what it has already done, and I really hope that he grows as an artist and just reaches for more and creates more things that speak more towards him and society and everything that he believes in and aligns with. And so yeah. So that's really good. Yeah. Okay. So that's the beauty of creation. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode and being here with me. Your guys' presence means a lot to me, and I don't want that to go unsaid. And so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I have creating it. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Love, maybe. Yeah, searching for my life. Your love surrounds my heart. Your mercy follows me.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into